This is a vacuum tube, one of the most important inventions in the history of electronics. Inside this glass bulb, you can see three key components. At the center, a coiled wire filament called the heater. Surrounding it, a fine wire mesh called the grid. And enclosing everything, a metallic outer cylinder called the anode plate. 3 parts. One remarkable device. First, we connect a battery to the filament. Electricity flows in through the copper wires, and the filament does exactly what a toaster element does, it heats up. It glows orange, then white hot. Inside the sealed vacuum of the glass bulb, the temperature rises to an extreme level. That heat is not wasted. It is the engine that drives everything that happens next. At such extreme temperatures, something extraordinary happens at the atomic level. The metal atoms in the filament vibrate so violently that electrons, tiny negatively charged particles, are literally shaken loose from the metal surface. They boil off, just like steam rising from water. Millions of free electrons now hover in the empty space inside the tube, forming a dense invisible cloud. This process is called thermionic emission, and it is the foundation of how the vacuum tube works. Now watch what the grid does. When a negative electrical charge is applied to the grid, something powerful happens. Electrons are negatively charged. The grid is negatively charged. And as every physicist knows, like charges repel. The grid creates an invisible electric wall. The rising electron cloud hits that wall and is slammed back down. No electrons pass through. No current flows. The tube is switched completely off. In binary terms, that is a zero. But now, the negative charge on the grid is removed. The grid goes neutral. And suddenly, the gate is wide open. The entire cloud of electrons accelerates upward with tremendous force, pouring through the gaps in the grid mesh and slamming into the anode plate at the top. They collect instantly into a powerful, organized stream of electricity that flows out of the tube as usable current. The tube is switched on. In binary, that is a 1. This is how a vacuum tube computes. This is how the first computers were built. One tiny voltage on a grid wire, controlling a massive river of power.